The next periodic property that we are going to study is electron affinity. So in ionization potential, we have seen that you need to give some energy to an atom so that the electrons in the outermost shell attain some energy and it leaves the outermost shell. In electron affinity, you need to remove some energy from the atom so that it is ready to accept one more electron. So it is known as the amount of energy released when an atom in the gaseous state accepts an electron to form an anion. So the amount of energy which is released in ionization potential, the energy is given to the atom. In this, in electron affinity, the energy is released from the atom. So here electron is added to the atom and the energy is released from the atom and an anion is formed. So the amount of energy that is released or liberated when an electron is added to the atom is known as electron affinity. Here this is the energy liberated is also known as first electron affinity. Its unit is either electron volt or kilojoule per mole. Since in ionization potential energy was given, so if we are taking that given energy as positive, here energy will be, since energy is liberated, it will be represented by negative sign. Negative sign is only an indication that the energy is liberated. If we want to know the amount of energy, we'll only see the magnitude. Negative sign does not affect the magnitude. It is only an indication that the energy is liberated or released. So what are the factors that affect electron affinity? First, atomic size. So as the atomic size increases, what happens, when the atomic size increases, the outermost shell becomes far from the nucleus. So when the electron shell or valence shell becomes far from the nucleus, the nuclear force of attraction on the outermost shell electrons becomes less. So the nuclear force of attraction exerted by the nucleus will be less. So the force of attraction will be less and the atom will not easily accept an electron as compared to the smaller atom. The large atom's nucleus has less force of attraction on the electrons, while a small atom, since the shells are close to the nucleus, it exerts more force of attraction on the electrons. So less energy will be released from small atom because there is less force of attraction, and more energy will be released because in the small atom because there is more nuclear force of attraction. A more negative electron affinity corresponds to greater attraction of an electron. So for a smaller atom, the electron affinity will be more because we have to overcome that force of attraction for an atom to readily accept an electron. So more negative electron affinity means there is a greater nuclear force of attraction to overcome. So for smaller atom, the electron affinity will be more negative, greater, and for large atom the electron affinity will be less. An unbound electron has energy 0. So electron affinity will be less for large atom because it will readily accept an electron, and it will be more for small atom because we have to overcome that greater force of attraction. So electron affinity is also the tendency to accept an electron. It is quite similar we can say that it follows the trend similarly like electronegativity, but both of them are different things. A small atom will take up electrons easily, but the electron affinity will be large because of greater nuclear force of attraction. A large atom will take an electron not that easily, but the electron affinity will be less. So a small atom will release more energy and large atom will release less energy. How electron affinity varies across a period when we move from left to right. So when we move from left to right, you already know that the atomic size decreases in the same period and the nuclear charge increases. So when the nuclear charge will increase, nuclear force of attraction will increase, and the tendency of an atom to accept an electron increase, but the nuclear force of attraction will also increase. So in order to overcome that, the electron affinity will also be higher. Within the same period, if we take group 17 atom and group 1 atoms, so group 17 will release more energy, because although they are in the same period, but group 17 atoms will have more nuclear charge, that is the nuclear force of attraction will be higher, so the more energy will be released. But in group 1, the comparatively the nuclear charge is less, so there will be less nuclear force of attraction, so they will release less energy. So electron affinity will be higher for group 17 atom than the group 1 atom in the same period. There is also one more reason, that in the same period group 17 will release more energy, because it will have higher nuclear charge, more greater nuclear force of attraction, and when we add electron, it fills the valence shell, and therefore the electron, the atom becomes more stable. So when we add an electron in any atom, it fills the valence shell and the atom becomes more stable. So in order to add more electron in that atom, we need to overcome that strong nuclear force of attraction. So we have to the atom will release more energy to accept that electron. You can see this chart, for example, that as we move from left to right in the periodic table, in the second period, you can see that ideally the electron affinity should increase because the nuclear charge is increasing, but here for beryllium the electron affinity is 0. What is the reason? You can see that the electronic configuration of beryllium is 2 2. So for the second energy level, the s orbital is filled. The s orbital, which has 2 electrons, is filled. So in order to add one more electron, you need to jump to the next orbital, that is p orbital, and for that you require some more energy. So in this step, rather than releasing some energy, beryllium absorb some energy to jump to the next level, to next orbital. So the electron affinity is very small, it's close to 0. Similarly for nitrogen also, energy level, there are 5 electrons, so the p orbital will be, the s orbital will be filled, and the p orbital will have 3 electrons. It will be half filled, and half filled orbital of p will make it stable. So in order to add one more electron, again you have to give it energy rather than releasing energy from it. So again nitrogen will, the electron affinity of nitrogen will be very less, close to 0. Boron is an exception here. Its electron affinity is less than, it's greater than beryllium, but it's less than lithium, and for other elements you can see it is increasing. Neon, it will not accept an electron because it is a noble gas, it's already following octet rule, its valence shell is already filled, so it will not accept any electron. So no energy will be released, and electron affinity will be 0 for neon. So electron affinity is maximum for halogens because the nuclear charge in the same period is high for them, and it is least for alkali metals because the nuclear charge in the same period is it's less for them in comparison to the halogens. So fluorine has the highest electron affinity ideally according to the rule, but practically chlorine has the highest electron affinity. So greater the value of electron affinity, more electronegative the element is. Means the greater the value of electron affinity, more easily the atom will accept an electron. So electron affinity and electronegativity follow the same trend. When electron affinity increases, electronegativity also increases. Okay, since the element which has high electron affinity means it is highly electronegative, so it will easily accept an electron, and when you accept an electron, when an atom accepts an electron, it undergoes reduction. So it becomes a strong oxidizing agent. It will oxidize the other reactant present in the reaction. So the element which has high electron enthalpy or electron affinity will easily accept an electron, so it will easily undergo a reduction and it will oxidize the other reactant. Neon has electron affinity 0 because it is noble gas. It already has a stable configuration, so it will not accept any electron. So down a group, what will happen to the electron affinity? When we move down a group, the number of shells increase, the atomic radii will increase, so the nuclear force of attraction will decrease. So element will not accept easily. So electron enthalpy or electron affinity will decrease. Also the nuclear charge will also increase as we move down a group. So the nuclear force of attraction increases. Nuclear force of attraction increases. Element will accept electron easily. So electron affinity should increase. So either it should decrease according to the increase in the number of shells, or it should increase as the nuclear charge is also increasing down a group. But again, the same rule, the number of shells dominates over the increase in the nuclear charge. So the atomic radii dominates over the increase in the nuclear charge. Therefore, the overall electron affinity will decrease. So electron affinity will decrease as we move down a group because there is additional electron entering in the orbital farther away from the nucleus. So you can see when we move down a group, one more period is added in every subsequent period. So the electron is added in the next orbital. So it becomes far from the nucleus. Since this electron is far from the nucleus, it should be less attracted to the nucleus, and therefore the energy release will be less. So here's the example of group 17. Here you can see as we move down a group, the electron affinity is decreasing. Here exception, chlorine is an exception because practically it has more electron affinity. It releases more energy in comparison to fluorine. But according to rule, fluorine should have the highest electron affinity. There is a change very small. You can see there's very small change, very less change, 3.6, 0.20, 0.30, 0.30. So the change is very less. Okay. The reason for the fluorine's electron affinity less than chlorine is because the electrons in the subshell have higher repulsion rate than the chlorine. So just because of this higher repulsion, it does not easily accept electron in comparison to chlorine. So its electron affinity is less in comparison to chlorine.